guys, welcome back. I think I'm on my 7th video. I could be wrong, but wow, that I'm here doing another video. I'm doing the brave thing, and that's kind of what today's video is all about. As the title of this video suggests, we are fighting fears. We are experiencing some firsts with foundation and Freckles today. We are doing this really cute, in my opinion, look. This dull vibe. Happy spring equinox, and let's get into it. Okay, let's do this. So I already have my skincare on because I washed my face after work today, because obviously I'm filming at night as usual because I work during the days. If you're curious what skincare I have on, I mean, I don't need to go through like the washing stuff, but just as a sidebar, do people enjoy these eye things? Because it's so uncomfortable. Do I just have like a small head? Anyways, after my toner, I have just 3 simple products on my face, which is like my day skincare, which I really like. So I'm using the Inky List Q10 serum. Does it do anything? Don't know. It's not doing anything bad. Also, I'm using the Inky List Caffeine Eye Cream, which I do like. Again, is it doing anything? Don't know. Don't use that on my eyes at night because putting caffeine under my eyes at night seems counterintuitive when I'm trying to sleep. And then I am using the Rituel de Fille. Hello, camera focus, thank you. Thorn Oil Immortelle Botanical Serum Stick, which I got as like one of their test releases. I don't think this product is actually officially on the market yet, but I really like this. And as the title suggests, it is a serum stick, and it's this beautiful red color. And I just stick that everywhere. Neck, chest. If I'm putting this on after the shower, I will take it down onto the bubulars. It's great. It does kind of, I don't know if you can tell, but it leaves like a pinky sheen, and it smells so lovely, and then that pinky sheen disappears once it's all rubbed in. I might put a little bit more on my face just because I don't know if it's been on there for a while. It's all soaked in, so I'm just going to give myself little dibbity dabs. And just rub that in so that we have a good base for what we're going to put on our face tonight. And I wanted to like depuff myself and be fancy, so I got one of these little rollers which my mom had in the freezer, and maybe I'm going to like give myself chiseled features. Does this work? Also don't know. But tonight is all about diving into the unknowns and kind of facing our fears. And yes, we can have fears around skincare and beauty. And one of my fears, which is kind of what spurred this whole video on, well, let me just backtrack, and I'm gonna talk while I peel these off because this is just really so uncomfortable. These are the Skin Iceland under eye gels. I mean, the stuff itself feels nice. It's just, it feels very oppressive under my eyes. It feels the way it felt when the one time I got eyelash extensions, and you just are like having to meditate yourself out of the discomfort. And it's just no thank you. I have sensitive eye areas, but that feels nice. It doesn't like leave behind too much product. Do I look less red and puffy? Don't know. Let's put that away. Where was I going with that? Oh, right. So one of my fears was doing this particular style of video, and really starting a YouTube channel with the format that I've chosen, which is, you know, kind of like beauty YouTuber, but with a heavier things segment per video, where I'm, you know, just trying to talk about real shit. Also, hooray bangs, I got a new haircut, but we need to scoot those out of the way because we're putting things on our face today, so this is gonna be a not So, oh gosh, we're gonna get cute before we get cute. Is that like, do we really enjoy that look for me? Whatever. The point is just to get my hair out of my face. What I was saying is one of my fears with kind of starting this format of a YouTube channel was that I was, I guess, afraid of being judged by the people that I actually do know. I'm like, why is Alanna doing beauty YouTube? Alanna doesn't know anything about makeup. Like, what business does she have doing this and putting it on the internet? All legitimate and great questions, but I didn't want to be judged. Which is so stupid. I'm 31. Why do I still fucking care what other people think? I don't. I'm learning not to. Welcome Aries season. Bring in the beautiful fiery change. I'm a Piscean. It was my birthday last week, but you know what? We're swimming on up to that shore and we are going to approach the beach and just dry in that beautiful hot solar energy, you know? And it's time for us to focus on ourselves and just be really assertive in what we want and put ourselves first. So here I am doing just that. And if people think it's stupid that I'm doing makeup on YouTube when I'm not a makeup artist and I'm not an influencer, fuck y'all with my teeny tiny little middle fingers. But the whole point of today's video is that I am going out of my comfort zone and facing a couple of my fears. Not just doing kind of a heavily beauty focused video, but also, ready for it? Putting on foundation for the first time. I mean, I've only ever used one other foundation, and that was the Kosas Tinted Oil. And I used it maybe twice and then tried to use it a couple other times and then it went bad. But this is the first time that I am venturing out into a real foundation. And this is the new foundation, new Clean Beauty brand. Again, they're self-identifying as clean, I believe. And it is LYS Beauty. Love the packaging, so pretty. Oh, hey, you can see the camera in there. It's so reflective. Love this packaging triangle. I'm sure you've seen it if you are on Sephora a lot. And this is the Triple Fix Serum Foundation with HA and turmeric and ashwagandha. All good things that I'm super excited about. And it is cruelty-free, vegan, gluten-free. Also things that I get excited about. Beautiful packaging. And one of my fears going into this kind of zone is that because I've never really used complexion products aside from like a few selective concealers and things, and like obviously I have the Merit Beauty complexion stick, but as we've seen, I really only use that to kind of spot conceal if things are kind of aggressive and I've got mountains and we are growing another one. The forehead mountain has disappeared or migrated to a nose mountain. But one of my fears about complexion products was you might not really be able to tell in this lighting, and particularly because I've spent so much time indoors and like as an adult I've spent significantly less time out of the sun, but I have natural tan to my skin. And in the summer, if I do spend a lot of time outdoors, and especially when I was a kid, like I was a little brown nut, and I just have always found it very difficult to color match myself. And it's getting better now because, as we've seen, inclusivity for all skin tones and all undertones is in demand. If you are a beauty company, you can't just put out a product, a complexion product specifically, with like 5 colors in it or 5 shades. It's just not acceptable because we are demanding now diversity in the market. And obviously I'm half Italian, definitely not a person of color. We are white people. But I have a tan to my skin with kind of like an olivey undertone. So I just, again, was always very, very overwhelmed by how to select a color for myself. I also kind of struggle with not necessarily seeing myself in the beauty industry necessarily. So I kind of had this like identity and body dysmorphia, which we can go into at another time. But specifically, again, with complexion products, this was a challenge. So I bought this on Sephora online. Obviously, I'm not going into stores right now. Hi, pandemic. No thanks. Plus, you can't swatch in Sephora anyway. So like, what's the point of going in when you can just order online? So I guessed on this color. I did the Sephora shade match based on the color that I use in the Merit Beauty and the color I had previously used in the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. The color that it matched me to in the LYS Beauty foundation wasn't available. So I just kind of clicked through all of the colors, was reading the undertones and said, okay, maybe this works. And I got MG5. Oh, it says shake well before use. Okay. I'm gonna go online just real quick. I'll read the undertone to you. It's very pretty. And I'll just do, while I'm waiting for that to pull up, just do the teeniest, tiniest little squirt on the back of my hand. It's not a terrible shade match. Like, I didn't do a awful job. I don't, again, light. I don't hate that. Obviously that matches to my hand and we're gonna see it on my face, but I think I did okay. Hooray. Hooray for that. And again, this is the shade MG5. And that, hello, MG5, where art thou? Oh, is it sold out now? I don't like how they've structured the colors on Sephora. MG5, okay, sorry. Wow. MG5 in the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation is described as a golden almond. So for golden medium skin with golden undertones. That's fair, especially if I get a lot of sun. I definitely go a golden nutty color. I've got a sponge. I've watched a couple of videos. I believe Khaki reviewed this. Dirt Naturals, Lindsay, also reviewed this. I think Lindsay has a skin type a little closer to what I do, which I used to be super oily. I would say now it's more like combo normal age. I think the sponge is the recommended route. I've had the sponge sitting around my makeup stuff for like ever. Don't really use it. So I'm gonna pump a little bit more. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. I've had butterflies all day about making this video. So I've just given myself some more on the back of my hand there. Probably way too much. Bring my mirror closer. And we're gonna do it, I guess. Oh my God, I'm so nervous. But again, we are facing our fears. Okay, so fun thing. I don't know if you can see this, but I am reacting to those eye things. Genius, doing that before a video. So we're gonna go in there first. And we are going to just sponge that into my face. And what I haven't put this on my face yet. I've only put it on the back of my hand, but I do really like how it goes into the skin. And I don't know, I mean, I think you can kind of see. Again, not a perfect match, but for my first try without any help choosing a color, I'm not terribly mad at it. And I think once it's all over, it won't be so noticeable. Also, now that I moved my light, I won't be able to see myself in the mirror as well, so I might have to do this, but I mean, it's nice. It doesn't feel heavy on the skin at all, which is why, another reason why I kind of always turned away from the idea of foundations. Like, I was always very much, oh, I just want natural makeup kind of girl. I don't want to have a cake face, because I saw a lot of that in like high school and shit and had absolutely no interest in being that person. I think what drew me to this was that it was not described as like a full coverage foundation by any stretch of the imagination, which again is not something that I want. I would just like something to kind of smooth out the skin, you know, just even things out. And then we go from there. And we bring the color and the dimension back with our bronzers and our blush and, you know, any sort of eye makeup that we want. I have that little mountain, which is not disguising it too well, but I think What do we think? Okay, so we were gonna do a thing where I like zoomed you in, but that's not happening. It turned out really bad. But I don't hate this color match. If I was in natural light, I would be able to kind of suss things out a little bit better. But that's okay. Did I do foundation for the first time? Also, it's really delightful doing makeup with your sponge. Feels good. It's relaxing. A little cathartic because it's like little doof-doofs. Okay, okay. Is that it? Is that as far as I'm gonna go? I think so. I mean, anyone could argue that I need more or less, or that this is absolutely the wrong color for me. Am I also the complete psycho that decided to wear white while putting on foundation for the first time? Yes. Yes, I am. Because we're facing our fears today. We're being rebellious folk. Bold. Whatever. Okay, I guess now I still do need to do a little bit of concealing, and I'm not going to do anything with my eyebrows, much to everyone's chagrin, because I'm going to put my bangs back down and you're not going to see them anyway. So if it was a different day, if I was actually going somewhere, if I was leaving the house, if it wasn't going to be the middle of the night by the time I finished filming this video, maybe we would do my eyebrows and like do just, again, a simple soap brow, but I'm leaving them. Okay, concealer. I'm going to opt for a smaller mirror here. And even though last week I said that I wasn't really feeling the Kosas, I did not buy a new Kosas. This is still the original one that I've been using for a while in the shade 5.5, which I bought specifically for the under eye area. Because, you know, that's the spot that hurts when we're tired. We're not going to be that person that doubles up on different colors of concealer because I don't have them. I mean, that's not entirely true, but I would rather use one brand of concealer. Okay, now because I used a sponge, should I use a sponge again or should I use my brush? Is there like a cardinal rule about that? I don't know. Where's my brush? So shall we return to my original thought pattern, which was facing our fears? I'm gonna go with a brush and just see how that works out for me. Going in there. Again, it seems probably so silly that something makeup related would make a person fearful, but especially in like this public auditorium, if you will. These public spaces on social media. I mean, people are going to say whatever they want. People are going to throw shade and throw shit whenever, however they want because, you know, free speech and whatever. But I, for the longest time, was that girl, that young girl who was just, and we've talked about this, I think, for the longest time, that little girl who just like broke her back basically to try and be the person that everybody liked or somebody would like. And now at 31, I'm just like, fuck y'all. Like, if you don't like me, leave. You know that song from Rent? Take me, baby, or leave me. Yeah. We're gonna get operatic and Broadway with my lovely voice. Look at you. So I'm just now at a point where I'm like, I'm gonna do what I want, when I want. I'm gonna say what I want. If you don't like it, literally, see ya. Hit the road, Jack. And you really don't need to come back because no haters allowed. Everybody likes clubhouses again, right? What's next? I'm getting very distracted by looking at myself in this stupid little thing. In the mirror, it doesn't look so aggressive. I guess I'm also just not used to seeing my face completely blanked out the way it gets when you wear foundation. So it's just a little disconcerting. But I'm gonna do contour slash Bronzer is what I'm looking for. Contour slash bronzer. Bronzer, as they say. I'm using another Ritual de Fille product because we love them. We stand them in this house. And this is the Inner Glow Creme Pigment in Aries. How do you pronounce that? And this is another kind of product that's probably too old for me to be using still, but it's a nice contour color, and that was way too much. Good thing I have a damp sponge because we might need to knock that back. Okay, let's use a bigger mirror. But it's a very nice color. And what I like about these, and maybe this is part of the old formula, I don't have a recent version of this formula. I don't know if the formula has changed at any point, but it's kind of a cream to powder finish, which is really, really lovely. And it does go on sheer. It is incredibly buildable. And this color this was like one of the first kind of bronzer products that I got into. Does that look really severe in the camera? It doesn't look so insane. Again, I'm not going to do my forehead because the bangs are going to come back down, but I'm just going to touch my chin just a teeny tiny bit, and I'm going to knock that down because that is a lot. Let's do the cheeks too a little bit. It's nice. I like it. I guess depending on your skin tone, this could very well be a blush. I think anyone paler than me probably should not use this as some people like really heavy bronzer and contour, but it can be kind of intense for me. Again, I'm a little paler than I normally am. I think when I bought this, it was probably in the summertime. So there was a significant amount of color to my face at that point. But I'm doing kind of the wave, give myself a little bit of sunburny, sun-kissed effect. Also to disguise that little blemish on my nose, which refuses to be covered, and I like it. Does that look better? Do we look a little more alive? Do I have some more color back in my face? Yeah. And because my eyebrows are distracting me, we're gonna do that. So back to the whole fear thing. I think where this all stems from is that, like, how many of us, and this is not a revelation, I'm not being revolutionary with these thoughts, but how many of us on a daily basis, from like, again, the microcosmic to the macrocosmic, are just held back by our fears, whether it's like our ego chirping at us, whether it's like trauma chirping at us, whether it's society yelling at us, demanding us to kind of stay within our predefined boxes and binaries. But how much of your day is dictated by fear rather than empowerment, rather than joy? Personally speaking, a lot. That's a quite common factor. I'm seeing a little bit of patchiness right here, and I don't know if that's the brush, the application, the product underneath. Do I care that much? No. Do I want a little bit more bronzer? Perhaps. So the little mirror that I'm holding here, the compact, is another Kosas product, and it is the Tropic Equinox. High intensity. I'm just gonna jam my brush in there and like, hooray for hitting pan. And this, again, I need someone to tell me these things because it doesn't state that there's glitter in here on the website. No one talks about it, but like, this is sparkly or glittery or shimmery, whatever. Whichever adjective you prefer, but there is certainly some sort of sparkle in there. Not complaining, but that's just something that I was certainly not expecting when I originally purchased this. And then I put it on my face and I was like, oh, there's glitter. There's little sparkles all over my face. I'm gonna go out into the sun and be Edward Cullen. Wait, I shouldn't have closed that. I need this mirror. Okay, I think we're done with like the bronzing business. So yeah, for me, little fears that hold me back are as silly and maybe superficial seeming as makeup. But also, I feel like, especially right now, how many people are not digging into something as important and necessary as individual and collective anti-racism work because of fear. And then you have to back up and ask, well, what is that fear? What is the capital F fear that's preventing you from digging in and unlearning and relearning and slapping all of those horrible inherent biases that were built into you from the time you were a child, that come from probably your family, definitely your parents, probably further back than that, depending on what your specific background is. But I think that's a huge part of why people don't dig in. Maybe it's fear of what we're going to be confronted with when we look in the mirror, when we finally crack ourselves open and really have to dig deep and kind of pull ourselves apart and look at all of the little pieces of ourselves that make up the individual we are, and then how do we deconstruct that and reconstruct a better human being with the understanding that that work is hourly, daily, yearly, for infinity. It's also, I think, a lot of that fear is so this like went heavy real fast. But I think part of that fear is, if I dig into this work, this is going to completely blow open everything I've known. And then where am I? I'm just floundering in the unknown. Understandably, that's scary. Humans, I think, inherently are terrified of the unknown. We have fight or flight reflexes and responses for a reason. We flee when there is danger, and we have been trained to perceive the unknown as something dangerous, as kind of the enemy, as much as we have enemies who are, you know, actual people or different races, which is bullshit. And that's, again, where we need to go with this anti-racism work, is that we are not each other's enemies. But again, it's that like fight or flight reflex. Oh, I don't know what's in there. It's a big dark room with possibly some like scary skeletons. Nope, bye. And then you're rendered either inert, or you just head the other direction, straight into denial, straight into the past, and you get nowhere. As much as I sympathize with those fears, I think it's something big like that and something small like this that I'm doing today, that I'm doing now with pushing myself out of these comfort zones, that you just got to face those fears. What does Hermione say in Harry Potter? Maybe I'll insert a little clip.
Fear of a name only increases fear of the thing itself.
Go Hermione. But it's so true. Like, that can be applied broadly. Fear of the work only perpetuates fear of everything else that lies behind that work. And sometimes what's behind that is not behind, it's actually right in front of you in the mirror. And so many of us don't like what is looking back at us. And you got to get over that shit, because don't we want to be happy? Don't we want to be joyful? Don't we want to be better people in this society? Because we all have collective responsibilities on this planet that we all share and call home. And did this all stem from me doing a makeup video and putting foundation on for the first time? Hell yes. Because it's the little things and they add up. And you let one fear get to you, and you let all fears get to you, and you let one little teeny tiny fear get to you, and the big ones are obviously going to be so much harder to overcome. Am I still afraid of spiders? It depends. I feel bad if I kill them. Do I like spiders more than house centipedes? Yes. Am I going to get over my fear of house centipedes anytime soon? Probably not, but like, we're working on it, you know? What am I going to do next with my face? Now that it's sort of bronzed and foundationed, the foundation has been laid, whatever. It's on my face. I'm not going to do blush yet. Maybe I'll do something with my eyes. Sure. Should I do... Okay, so I also recently jumped on this. Thanks, Alanna Davison, for sharing this with us. We're going to do this because this oppressive light, which we got to figure out the situation. This is the Heaven and Earth new palette from Nude Sticks. I've held off on buying new nude sticks for a while because there's certainly some conjecture about whether or not they're actually cruelty-free. But everything they listed about this palette states that they're cruelty-free and like vegan and gluten-free, I think. I don't know, I'll have to go on the website, but you know, that's a serious consideration for folks now. And the whole rule with China and like, I think that's all rolling back. I'm not at all a cruelty-free expert and like what denotes something that's actual cruelty-free and not. But I think things are happening with cosmetics and skincare in the Chinese market. But right now, I think if Nude Stick sells in mainland China, they're probably not officially considered cruelty-free. But again, I don't know. Tangent, unnecessary. But this is a gorgeous little palette, and I'm going to be utilizing this for another video that I have planned where we're going to do some big pastel eye. It's going to be part of a new dressing up series. But I think today, and I've been using this the last couple of days, it's so pretty, I'm going to use the Magnetic Plush Paint in Love Cloud. And maybe I'll just keep it back here because if I try to put it close to the camera, we are going to run into all kinds of issues if I do that. But it is this lovely lavender cross lilac color. I will do a little swatchity swatch on the back of my hand, see if that picks up on camera. It's so pretty. Very cool toned, which is not necessarily colors I typically go for, but it's so pretty. Oh, look at that scratch. Where did you come from? I don't know, cat probably. So I've been putting that on my eyes as kind of like a one and done shade. And it is so, it's a really interesting texture. I've never used a Nude Sticks kind of like all over face product. Technically, I think you can use this for like a full monochromatic face look. So like eyes, lips, cheeks. I've only ever used the like big sticks, and I think I've tried the eyebrow product once, which the gel in that they need to just give us that gel on its own because it is solid. Like that is like glue. And I've used, some of their lip crayons, but I've never used any of their other products. So when I used this for the first time the other day, I was like, oh, this is such a cool product. The texture is really lovely. It's like super moussey when you put it on, but then it dries down to a really nice powder finish. And it blends out reasonably well. And so we're going to put this on my eyelids. And I'm just going to paint some on each eyelid. Like so. Cute, right? Can you even see that? I don't know. And then take my finger and just kind of blend it out that way because I don't want to involve a different brush. They're all clean, by the way. How exciting is that? I had clean your makeup brushes on my to-do list for 3 weeks. Finally pulled the trigger on that. Sidebar, can somebody please give me a synonymous phrase for pull the trigger, because I don't really feel comfortable saying that anymore, just given, you know, all the things in the world. But I finally did it. I finally said, okay, we just gotta clean your makeup brushes, bitch. We just gotta do it because it's gross and it's not helping your skin, which was having a really good clear moment, and then it wasn't. And then I went and wore a mask for a little longer than normal last weekend, used some sample products, skincare products that I shouldn't have, and well, all hell broke loose. Mountains, I tell you, appeared, and they were not kind, and I was not kind back. I like that. It might be a little pale for me, but whatever. Okay, now, do we do something fun and funky? Because why not? Or do we do something boring? Both. We'll do both. So I'm going to take an Annabelle eyeliner, one of the ones that's getting down to the little nubby edge. I don't know what the full title of this eyeliner is because it's been sharpened so much, but this is the color Goldie Brown. I also really like Annabelle eyeliners because they just go on well and you can get them at the drugstore, which here in Canada is either Rexall or Shoppers Drug Mart. And so I'm going to just go in on my upper lash line here. Just give myself a little definition, but I don't want anything too dark, which is why I'm going with a pencil. And I have some eyeshadows that I could have used, but they're in the other room. Does my nose look really shiny? I feel like it does. We're just like this light bulb on the end. The Italian ball times bright lights. You're just doing me dirty. So I'm just giving my upper lash line a little bit of definition there and bringing it just a little bit into the lower lash line, but not by much. And I'm not doing a wing or anything because lazy. So yeah, I think I wrote this in my journal today, and I've said this in a previous video or several previous videos, that I'm just really feeling very secure in myself, as I already said earlier. I'm just kind of in this like fuck it moment where if you don't like who I am or what I stand for, there's the door. Don't let it hit you on the way out. And if it does, I don't care. But I'm just feeling so much like my authentic self, and it's so freeing and empowering. As usual, I ran out of disk space. I finally opened up this camera to look at the SD card, and it's only 8 gigabytes, so that's why. I have ordered something larger, so hopefully I can just, you know, film continuously. That would be super for everybody. Because I don't know if every time I have to do this whole thing and unload the files and then turn the camera back on, am I in the same spot? I don't know. The eyeliner situation might have been a bad idea. I tried to walk it back while this was all happening. I tried to add a little bit of a darker color, and then smudge it out with a brush, and then it all kind of went blue. It is what it is. Another thing that I'm doing with this whole YouTube channel and what I'm doing with this specific format is abandoning my prohibitive perfectionism. Is any of this perfect? Absolutely fucking not. Nope, none of it's perfect. Am I good at this? Am I good at makeup? Not particularly. Am I having fun? Yeah. And that's all that matters. What I'm gonna do next is do something more fun. And I'm gonna take a different color on my lower lash line, because why not? This is a vibrant purple. This is another Marcel liner in Purple Rain. Have I used this one before? I don't think so. And this is waterproof. I think what I used last time was the green version of this, and it's not fun to get off because it's waterproof, but it's pretty. It is complimentary. As far as my eyes can tell, not an artist, not a color theorist, but I like the combo. I'm just gonna take this now. Shut up, Alanna. Let's get physical. Just kidding, we're not getting physical. But that Dua Lipa song is a real bop. Speaking of bops, have you listened to the new Bieber album, which I guess dropped today? I haven't listened to the whole thing, but on my Spotify playlist, my like New Music Friday playlist, Peaches was the first song that popped up, and it's good. If I wasn't, again, afraid, this is a legitimate fear, if I wasn't afraid that my song would, or my video would get pulled from YouTube, I would be blasting that right now. And similar to the Ariana Grande, sorry Biebs, but your girl's not paying for a license fee on that song. But it's good. And if you like Justin Bieber, because we basic. Just kidding. Liking Justin Bieber does not make you basic. And if anyone thinks you're basic, tell them to go away. You are allowed to like whatever music you like. Okay, can you see that? Can you tell? I don't want to zoom this in because the last time I tried that, it was disastrous. But I kind of like it. Is the purple starting to make me look particularly sickly? Perhaps. But we're just here to explore. Also, I did sort of powder my nose, so we weren't shiny light bulbing it all the way through the rest of this video. I'm going to do my mascara now before we do blush and then our other new product, also with an F, that I've been playing around with this week and I'm very excited about. Anyways, mascara, which we're gonna fast forward through because who cares? Excuse me, little bang. Little bang, I know that you just want to curl into my forehead all sweetly and such, but no, get out of my face. Oh my god, before I even start putting this on my face because I can't stop talking, I'm getting a car. So exciting. I mean, not this weekend as I thought I was going to, but I'm getting a car. Used, not new. Your girl's not rich. Okay. Anywho, zoom. I feel like I'm gonna end up with full doll makeup today. Y'all gotta leave me some comments. Tell me what you really like. One of those things is probably not me singing to you. Man, I don't know if you can tell how clumpy that is, but I'm having a hard time with the Bite mascara, and that makes me sad. The Ilia one, man. The Ilia mascara. She's a hero. She is a gosh darn hero. Why did I pull back my swear there? I swear all of the time. Bizarre. Okay. We can go back and fix the mascara later. I mean, once it dries, and I'm gonna have to go in, I think, with just a clean spoolie that I have here, which I always keep on hand because the mascara. Throwing shit. Nervous. Who am I? Just singing. Jessica Day, perhaps? Hey girl, what you doing? Hey girl, where you going? Who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's Alanna. Okay. Sometimes things are just as good as they're gonna get, you know? We just have to accept the facts that we're not Madison Beer. Is that her name? We're not Alanna Davison, beautiful, big-eyed, lashed lovelies. We're Alanna Joanne, and we're working with what we've got. Okay, now that the lashes are sort of in a mediocre spot, because that's where things are at today, I'm gonna do blush, and we're gonna do the Old Faithful, which is as it's becoming on my channel. Rituel de Fille. Am I starting to say that better? Color Nectar Pigment Balm in Glasswing. This gorgeous, I believe on their website they call this a grape jelly color. I originally called it plum or something along those lines, but grape jelly is just a real solid description for this. Look at that. And with this blush and the purple eyes, we might be going right to Clown Town. Ooh yeah, right to Clown Town. Especially the way that I like to wear my blush, which is right there. And then we'll maybe bring it up. I'm not gonna do any like draping or anything because who's that girl? Not a makeup artist. We can try that another day. But my face, as it does, will eat some of this blush, so it won't be so redonkulous. I know I haven't put anything on my forehead yet, but again, remember, bangs, but why not put some of that excess up there? Okay, I'm gonna grab this mirror and just pull it a little farther away here to see. Okay, I really don't hate this look. And it looks super cute in this mirror. I don't know if it looks super cute in the monitor, in the camera, whatever. I don't know if it looks cute there, but it looks cute here to my eyes. Again, please leave me a comment. Does this look cute to your eyes? Okay, my lips are feeling dry. I am not going to do a lip color. That's excessive. So I think I'm just going to go in with the Tower 28 Milky Lip Jelly. This one's in Cashew, which is a nude lip for me, kind of. Not kind of, pretty much exactly on there. It's very close to my natural lip color, but just give us some shine. Desperately needing some hydration station up in these lip areas. Oh, good. Okay, so she's just getting hyper and painting outside of the lines. That's great. Love that for us. Don't you just also love when you can see my keyboard? This is hard work, guys, especially after a long work day. Okay, lips are now beautiful and luscious. Like, doesn't that lip gloss just do the most? Oh, there is a reason why that is going to become, or if it hasn't already, a cult classic. Everyone loves it. I don't know a single individual on the internet, at least, who has not expressed pure joy for that product. Like, Tower 28 just is doing it all right. And for really great price points. Damn. Damn. Okay. Oh, grand finale is coming. Are you excited? I'm excited. Also terrified. We are putting on Freckles to complete this look. And again, when I said that we could be going to Clown Town, this could really just take us over the edge. But that's what experimentation is for, facing our fears. And so I bought myself to do Freckles properly, because I've tried to do them before with like eyeliner and my brow stuff worked-ish, but like slides off your face because of the kind of product it is. So I bought Freck. I splurged and I bought Freck OG. And when people tell you that this is tiny, she tiny. Like tiny like me, but tinier. I have tiny hands and this is tiny Freck. Look at how cute. And I've had this for a while, but I've just been too afraid to use it. And I'm also afraid of losing it, which is why I haven't taken it out. But she's so cute. And I have been playing with this. So this is like not a first impression or not a first time, but it's like my first time doing a full face, as far as this is a full face for myself. And then adding Freckles. So we're just going in. We're going in. You know, the general rule of thumb, I've seen a lot of people use this product, is just to dot and not be overly precise, and then take your little fingy and kind of splatter that around. It's like you're playing that Nintendo Switch game Splatoon on your face, but maybe not. Okay, so the tip of the nose one didn't go so well, so I'm just kind of wiping that off. I really haven't perfected this at all. But I like it when it sort of kind of works. Does that make sense? No, and this is going to be like a 4-hour video. Like the ones over here on my cheek are working. And I'm not I don't have freckles. So it's not like I even have a pattern on my face to follow. I stuck one here the other day, which is cute. Okay, so there's some big splatters there, but like whatever. They really worked on this side. And you know what? It is really cute. I look, again, this is like my personal opinion of myself. Can you, if I like do this, we can start to maybe see them. I want another one right in there. I guess it's okay to leave a few of them darker, but again, facing our fears, not giving a shit, putting ourselves out there because someone will enjoy it, someone will find you amusing or charming, and if not, you pivot and you do something else, I guess, and just call it a learning experience. Okay, I'm just gonna dab that one down a tiny bit because it's intense, but it's cute. Like, okay, that's maybe too dark, but can we see my freckles? Okay, guys, that's it. That's the look. My bangs are down, and they're doing this thing that my hairdresser when I was a child warned me about. He would never give me bangs as a little girl because he said, because of your cowlicks, you're going to get Sailor Moon bangs with the little swoop. And I said, first of all, do you know how old I am? Second of all, hi, who doesn't want to look like Sailor Moon? Please make me an anime character. Please make me Sailor Moon or any of the Sailor Scouts. Like, this is so cute. Do I not look like a little bit like a doll? I need like little shaggy haircut. This is just going to be another episode of Alanna feeling herself. And I'm not mean like feeling herself. I just mean like enjoying herself with, ooh, the cute freckles. I really hope that it's picking up on camera, but I think this is just the absolute sweetest thing I've ever done. And I really like how my skin is looking. So maybe this is like foundation for the win. Obviously we need to play a little more with colors and understanding our undertones, but I don't think I did the worst job I could have possibly done in terms of shade matching for myself. In a couple of months, once I've, you know, surfaced from the basement and gone and spent some time in the glorious sunshine, my skin will change color significantly. I will be much darker, so that the color that I bought, the MG5 or whatever, probably won't work. None of my concealers will work. The Kosas concealer in 5.5 definitely will be far too bright for me. But for now, again, hopefully that has a long shelf life, because when we circle back to fall, might have to do it. Look at me. Ooh, so exciting. Y'all, all that this is proving is step by step. New kids on the block, where you at? Step by step, learn to face your fears. Start with the teeny tiny ones. Maybe bypass the in-house critters, because fair enough, we want to coincide with all of our natural, naturey friends, but when they're in your home, it's a little scary. Especially if it's the middle of the night and you're trying to fall asleep and one's scooting across the wall. But let's face our fears. Let's use the rest of this year. We are restarting the astrological year. We are moving into Aries season. Aries is the first zodiac sign. We're entering a period of new, refreshing solar energy, the new astrological year. For all intents and purposes, this is kind of another reset. Let's do it. Let's be our best selves. Let's face our fears one step at a time. Let's dive into the unknown, do the things that scare us. Let's work on ourselves for the betterment of ourselves and our friends and family and larger community. Let's just really work on loving the person that you are, the skin that you live in, the skull that you reside in with all of those big brains of yours. Yeah, let's do it. Let's be cute together. Let's be real together. Yay. All right, I'm gonna shut up. And I'm just gonna go stare at myself in a mirror for a little bit, I think. If you've made it this far in another extraordinarily long video, thank you. It really means so much to me that there's a handful of people out there kind of willing to take this journey with me who are avid supporters of mine. I love you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you for giving me the space to express myself in new ways, to learn some new skills, to just kind of have fun and play. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and or subscribe, ring the little bell, we still don't know. It really actually helps me if I want to grow my channel. I'm not expecting miracles, but it would be cool if that happened. And I think that's all from me. Again, I'm gonna go look in the mirror, take some pictures, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. with Luna and Molly, a clown and her dolly, on the big comfy couch. There is love to doodle-doo, let the clown who's that girl? Who's that girl? It's Alanna. I'm gonna go out to the sun and beat Edward Cullen.